My name is Sadie Mary, and I am a scientist. And that little girl you just saw is me. And like most little girls that age, I loved to play dress up. Whether it be putting something on my head or going all out, this type of play was my absolute favorite. I did also try to make my own clothes for a bit out of just scraps of fabric and tape, and I'm glad to say that did not stick. Young women are told to look up to strong female figures like Amelia Earhart and Hillary Clinton, but in reality, I looked up to the older sister from Zathura and Ricky from H2O. We have no business in making herstory as 10-year-old girls, we just want to be mermaids. Also in my research, I have found that including myself, little girls are obsessed with princesses. As you can see here, it was a big thing. And now, as a very educated scientist, looking back on that, I think,
wow, we are teaching little girls to look up to people who are self-entitled, rich, and pretty, and that's an anti-feminist rhetoric.
But that's not what I thought. Not sure why I expected a 6-year-old girl to understand feminism. And I was lucky enough to grow up in a pretty creative household. We tend to take Halloween pretty seriously, and our Christmas cards even more so. I think that 2022 has got to be our best one yet. So basically being weird was kind of encouraged in my household. But it's common to look up to one figure the most, and naturally, that is my mother. I asked my dad a little bit about this, and here's what he said.
But when I look at what you were wearing and, expressing yourself through, fashion or music and things like that, I think your mum had an awful lot to do with that. As you know, your mum's a fashionista and, quite happy to wear something which other people would think was quite outlandish. That carried on through, and things like Halloween where, your mum and I quite happy to dress up and wear something crazy. I mean, me in that year with a wedding dress on, no problem, good fun, right? And I think that rubs off. So, way it might not be the answer you're expecting, but who you looked up to, I think, style-wise and confidence and comfort in expressing yourself, it's your mum.
This is Sunny Mary, my beautiful, colorful, vintage-obsessed mother.
Hi, Sadie. Sorry for the ugly photo. Just woke up. You always dressed up when you were little. In fact, I have a picture from Alan from Thanksgiving of you turning a play tube and 2 balloons into a ball gown with boobs. That's one of my favorites.
I would be lying if I said that my mother had no influence on my clothing expression journey, but she definitely noticed something change around 5th or 6th grade, and so did my dad.
I mean, middle school's when people start to perhaps pay more attention to, what others are doing, what the peers are doing.
I think maybe preteen, like middle school, you got a little quieter because everyone tries to kind of conform in those years to not stand out. That was totally normal.
Me and the people around me started to tone it down a bit. Our clothes got less colorful. Our jeans started to have holes in the knees on purpose, not because we tripped on the playground. And another very important factor of this change was this thing, my Samsung LG4. In my hand was an endless stream of influence at the most influential time in my life. All of a sudden, the idea of wearing a giant squid hat to school sounds embarrassing. But there is a light at the end of the stage you walk across at your 8th grade graduation. According to my calculations, we play dress up all the time, just in a different way in our coined awkward years. We dress up as the older girls we see on YouTube and our classmates and what we see on this little Samsung LG of ours. So, because I am a scientist, I like to show you what I found from this experiment. Everybody's dress up journey can be seen in a circle. We start at the bottom here. We go crazy. We're uninhibited, putting wigs on, putting tutus on our heads. Who cares? But as we grow up, we conform, we care, blah, 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 teenagers. But we come right back to where we started. I say what I've taken away from this experiment is that I still love to play dress up as much as I did when I was little, and that I really love my mom. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.